Hello, and welcome to the Newton South registration presentation. This is Miss Oliver. Today, we will be looking at Newton South's schedule. We'll be talking about how to fill out your registration forms and how to work your way through the program of studies. I know that you'll have many questions. There will be a question and answer session after this video is over, so please listen carefully. This is the Newton South schedule. It is a Monday through Friday schedule. If you notice, classes begin at 7:40 a.m. It is important that you be on time to your classes. They end at 2:35 p.m. every day except for Tuesdays and Fridays, in which it ends at 1:55. You'll notice there's a block on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2:40 to 3:20. It is called J block. It's kind of like our extension. It's time where your teachers will be available. They'll have office hours where you can come in, retake a test, ask questions, get some work done. Activities and sports sometimes do happen during this time, and buses don't arrive at South until 3:20. If you notice during the A and B block sections, there's 75-minute classes occasionally on Wednesdays and Fridays during A and B block. If you look down here, these 75-minute classes, you'll go to class and also have your lunch period during that 75-minute class during the middle of the day. There are only 28 blocks during the school day, and that will be important when you're looking at and filling out your registration. You cannot sign up for more than 28 periods per week. If you notice, this is a sample copy of a registration form. This year you'll need to fill out both this registration form, which you'll receive today, last period, from your teachers, and it will be pre-populated with their recommendations. And you'll also need to go on to Skyward and register online. You want to make sure that both registrations match up correctly. If you notice here, there's a recommended course number, a recommended course name, periods per week, first and second semester, alternate course number, and alternate course name. In the upper right-hand corner, there's also a space for sibling counselor. So that's where you would write who your sibling's counselor is if you have an older sibling at Newton South High School. If you notice here, this person has an English, history, math, physics, and health and wellness class. Your teachers will make recommendations for you to take an English class, history, math, physics, and then you need to write in a health and wellness class, which happens 2 periods a week for both semesters. Those are the required classes for 9th grade. After you write those pieces, after you fill that out, you would need to then select your elective classes. If you note here, these lines need to add up to no less than 24 periods per week and no more than 28 periods per week for each semester. It's important that you understand that your teachers know what courses you'll most likely be able to succeed in at the high school. If you're going to appeal a recommendation and write an alternate course here, you need to take it very seriously, and you first need to talk with your teacher about any appeal decision that you make. If you have questions specifically about your math placement, please speak to your math teacher. There is also an override examination being offered to students who wish to be in a higher level math class than recommended. It's being held on Tuesday, April 25th at 2:30 p.m. There is a separate sheet that will be going home to your parents and families to discuss where and when that will be taking place. You will now be receiving a copy of the Newton South Program of Studies. This is the one hard copy that you'll be receiving. You can also find the Program of Studies on the Newton South website. Please write your name on the upper right-hand corner. Teachers, pause the video here and hand out the Program of Studies now. Please turn to page 7 of your Program of Studies. If you look here, the requirements for graduation from Newton South High School are listed here. There are also details on the course levels, which are college preparatory, advanced college preparatory, and honors. The only honors class that's available currently to ninth grade students is an honors math class. If you look at the next page, you can quickly see the grading scale and how each of those is graded. Turn now to page 11 of your program of studies. Here is an easy access page that shows you all of the course offerings for ninth grade students, including all of the electives courses. Another way to see whether or not a course is available to ninth grade students is by looking underneath the course number on the left-hand side. There would be a 9 in a circle. Now I'm going to teach you how to read the program of studies. If you look at this course, Art and Design 1, you'll see that the course number is 021. It is open to ninth grade students. The course name is Art and Design 1. It happens 2 periods per week for the full year. I've flipped now to page 18, where you can see course number 111, Introduction to Business. And this course happens 4 periods a week, and you can choose either first half of the year or second half of the year to take it. On page 28, you'll see yet another example of how the courses are written out. In Technical Theater, here, you see the course number is 275, 2 periods per week, full year, or you can take it 275F, which is 2 periods per week for only the first half of the year. On page 29, you'll see Public Speaking and Presentation, which is recommended for those of you who want to get into debate. This you can also take for a full year or the first half. If you flip to page 30, you'll notice the world language. If you currently take a world language at Oak Hill, you will be recommended for a world language placement continuing on in your same language at the high school. You are not required to take that course. There is no requirement for graduation at Newton South for a world language. However, most colleges and universities require that you have 2 to 3 years of world language in order to be accepted into their programs. If you'll notice, there are continuing courses in French, Chinese, Latin, and Spanish if you have taken one of those world languages here at Oak Hill. There are also beginning courses offered in French, Chinese, Russian, Spanish, and Latin. If you are signing up for a beginning world language course, please make sure that you put an alternate down, because if the course is not filled, it will not run. If you are a native language speaker and wish to continue on your education in your native language, you can come to see me and fill out a form, and you will be required to write an essay in your language, and they will place you appropriately in the correct level class. If you look at page 23 of your program of studies, you'll see the English course offerings. So here you'll see the straight 9th grade English course offerings, the ACP level course, this ACP SAM level course, and the CP level course. Next, you'll notice that course number 213, Literature and World History, is offered as an ACP level or a SAM level course. The difference between this and the straight English course is that it's a smaller learning community. So the students in your literature course for 9th grade will also be the same students in your world history course. Teachers help coordinate together, and it is a smaller learning environment. Not smaller class numbers, but the same students who are in your English class will also be in your world history class. If your teacher recommends you for the ACP level 9th grade English or the ACP level SAM English, and you would prefer to be in the literature and world history class, you can place that choice on your registration form. You would need to put the original recommendation from your teacher as an alternate course number, just in case there's not enough space in this linked course. Please quickly turn to page 38 of your program of studies. Here's the History and Social Sciences offerings. Again, you see the straight World History class for 9th grade in ACP, SAM, and CP levels. And then listed here, 413, is the World History and Literature. So if you have chosen the English 213 or 2131, then you must have World History 413 or 4131. Again, you must also list World History 411 or 4111 as an alternate if you choose the linked class. Continuing to page 63, you'll see the physics options. There's course number 811, Physics 1 with Algebra, which is a level ACP. There's course 8111, which is Physics 1 with Trigonometry, which is also a level ACP. You can take either of these courses and still be recommended the next year for honors chemistry. Then there's Physics 812, which is a CP level physics class. Introductory Physics, which is a CP level class. And then Physics and Engineering, which is ACP level. If you choose to take physics and engineering, know that this is the physics component class. There are 2 separate teachers, 1 physics teacher and 1 engineering teacher. Half of the time the class will be taken in the physics class, and the other half of the time you will take class with the engineering teacher. So it's a more hands-on class. However, you need to be able to manage 2 separate teachers. Half your grade will be from the physics teacher and half your grade will be from the engineering teacher. If this is your choice, make sure that you put in as an alternate either 811 or 81111, depending on your math. Looking back once again to your registration worksheet, you'll notice now we've filled in some electives for this student. So looking through the book, they've selected Intro to Business, which happens 4 periods per week. They chose it only the first semester. As an alternate course to that, they chose Healthy Cooking. Here they've chosen Architecture 1 for 2nd term only. And as an alternate to that, they've chosen Child Development. And they've chosen Spanish 2, and as an alternate course to that, they've chosen Robotics. Next, you will add up all of your periods per week. Again, this can be no more than 28 periods per week and no fewer than 24 periods per week. This person has 26 periods per week for both first half of the year and second half of the year. That means that 2 of their blocks per week will be empty, and in their place, they will get a supervised study hall. It's helpful to have supervised study halls for students who need to get some of their work done during the day because they have sports and engagements and events after school. However, it is easier to enter to drop a class than it is to add a new electives class. So if you want to err on the side of caution, you might want to fill up your schedule to 28 periods per week if you know you don't need that extra supervised study. And then if you find it overwhelming or feel like you have too much on your plate, there is an add drop period at the high school. Next, if you take a look at the Newton South website at this address under academics, you'll see that there is a link for incoming freshman class of 2021. It provides a lot of great resources for you. You'll notice on this page that there is information on course request instruction for middle school students, adding requests for student access for incoming ninth graders, and instructions on viewing requests for family access. You'll also see a number of video links in different areas where the heads of the departments have made videos on what each of these things is. What is SAM? What is SIMS? History, a little information about the ninth grade history courses, the ELL courses, math courses and options, theater. How does the block schedule work? What is a linked course? Music, English, and art. And there's a place where you can submit your questions. So this should be a very helpful page for you if you get stuck. I'm going to leave you with some important final reminders. Again, you only get one copy of the program of studies, so please put your name on it. And if you lose it, you can access a program of studies on the Newton South website. You will need to register both online and Skyward, as well as hand in your paper form. There are directions and information on the Newton South website as to how to access Skyward online. Your official recommendation forms that have the classes recommended by your teachers will be handed out last period today. Registration forms are due back to your A block teacher no later than March 17th. This presentation will be accessible from home and on the Oak Hill website. If you go to the Newton South website, there's information under the For Incoming Freshmen section that's really helpful. And please see me if you have any questions.